Welcome to Movie Recall. In today's video, we will be going through the series Wednesday. It's time to recall. Let's get started, turn on subtitles, and spoilers ahead. The new episode begins and we see that it is Wednesday's birthday. The birthday begins with a seance, in which Wednesday wants to summon the dead and communicate with Goody Addams. Now more than ever, since Morticia told him that only Goody could teach her about her own powers. She wants to master her psychic abilities, and it would seem this long-dead person holds all the answers. This seance is rudely interrupted by Enid though, and then as she goes on to tell her about a note, handing it to her. In that note, it is written that the answers to the mysteries at Nevermore Academy can be found at Crackstone's crypt. Enid and Wednesday head over to the aforementioned place right away. When they get there, they cannot see anything that would be useful to them, but Wednesday does feel like there is someone around them. It's all a ruse, since as it turns out, they have thrown a surprise party for Wednesday instead. All the students come out from the sides and surprise her. She is then presented with a cake, and Thing even wears a party hat for the special occasion. Wednesday is not too happy about it, but she is a little impressed by the effort made by her fellow students. She then notices that there is something written on the wall in front of her. She gets closer to it and it says, "Fire will rain when I rise." Wednesday is decidedly distracted, but then has another intense vision to well and truly bring these celebrations to an abrupt end. In this vision, she speaks with Goody and witnesses a Gothic gateway. Goody says that Wednesday needs to stop Crackstone. The girl is also told that she's going to have to find this gateway if she wants the answers to all her questions. As Wednesday sits and makes a drawing of that gate, she is presented with a snood by Enid as her birthday present, and on the other hand, her parents have also sent her a gift as she is approached by Thing, and as she opens the gift, it turns out her parents have supplied their daughter with a taxidermy kit and some dead squirrels on ice. The mayor and Principal Weems meet to discuss the vandalism on the school lawn. She accuses the mayor's own son Lucas of the prank, but he has a solid alibi on this occasion. The son can be found cleaning in Nevermore as a punishment for his many other pranks. He starts a conversation with Bianca and they make plans for an impromptu date. Wednesday then makes her way to the place where the vandalism happened the last night, and she is joined by Xavier. As they talk, she goes on to tell Xavier that she thinks he has been hiding a lot of things from her. She says that she thinks he is the monster and has been involved in all those killings. Xavier gets a little offended, however, he still goes on to tell the girl that if she ever needs anything, she is more than welcome to approach him. Wednesday then makes her way to the hospital to see Eugene. The boy is still in a coma, but the doctors have recently told that he might be getting a little better. As she approaches the boy's bed, she goes on to recall some old stuff, and this is when she is joined by her psychiatrist, Kinbot. The woman stands with flowers in her hands and says hello to Wednesday with a smile on her face. Wednesday is a little surprised to see her there and goes on to tell the woman that Eugene's mother has gone somewhere, adding that she is going to be taking care of Eugene. Wednesday then makes her way to the cafe where she meets Tyler. She goes on to give him the drawing of the gate she drew earlier and asks him if he is familiar with this place. He tells her that he has never seen it before. This is when Gaplin, the sheriff, shows up. Wednesday draws connections between the fiery writing on the lawn and the Latin found in Crackstone's crypt, but Sheriff Galpin isn't interested. His son Tyler is equally annoyed with Wednesday, who appears to be ghosting him. When Wednesday does not find any answers there, she decides to leave, and when she is gone, the sheriff goes on to tell his son to stay away from Wednesday. Wednesday then decides that there is only one person who might be able to help her with this. She makes her way to Xavier's place and goes on to show him the drawing, asking him if he knows this place. Just as she does that, she sees that Xavier has made the same drawing. Xavier goes on to tell her that he is familiar with the place. As that happens, Wednesday goes on to see another painting, and it turns out Xavier has painted her. She now understands that Xavier has a crush on her. Xavier also goes on to tell her that he has been having the same kind of visions about the gate in the drawings. On the other hand, we see Bianca sitting with Lucas at Tyler's cafe, and by their talk, it seems like they are more than just friends. Wednesday and Xavier decide to go to the location right away, and it turns out to be the entrance to the old Gates mansion. The more Wednesday continues to dig, the more she seems to realize how everything seems to be connected. Thus, Wednesday decides to go and investigate the mansion for herself. She heads straight over, but finds the mayor leaving the abandoned building instead. He calls up the sheriff, eager to explain his new theories, as he reckons he's onto something. He is on the phone, and the sheriff goes on to tell him to meet him somewhere right away. Wednesday jumps in the back of the mayor's car to see what his theory is, but the mayor is run over outside the coffee shop before he can reveal these new revelations to the sheriff. Wednesday then witnesses all of this and again falls under the sheriff's suspicions. Because of this travesty, the principal puts the school under lockdown and Wednesday is unable to leave the campus. Weems goes on to call the girl to her office and gives her a piece of her mind. She goes on to tell her that whenever a mishap happens, Wednesday is always found there. Wednesday tries to defend herself, but Weems refuses to listen to anything. Wednesday is told that she better not be seen outside the premises of Nevermore. The girl, however, is not the one to back down, and as the night falls, she goes on to call Tyler and tells him to go on a date with her. She tells him to pick her up from the school's entrance. Wednesday then invites Enid on a girls' night out. Both fall for her scheme and are driven to an unknown location, which turns out to be the Gates mansion. It's a trick that upsets them both, but they still blindly follow Wednesday into the ghostly grounds anyway. As they look around the place, there they find the very same blue Cadillac that was used to run over the mayor. Wednesday right away understands that someone is still living in this place, as she notes that all the candles are still very much hot. It means they were just recently blown out. Then they see a hidden altar to Crackstone. This is when the monster appears there and hunts down its prey. Tyler is attacked whilst Enid and Wednesday dive in a dumbwaiter to hide. The horrid creature claws at them from inside and the rope snaps, sending them plummeting to the bottom of the building. In the cellar, Wednesday finds the missing body parts of all the creature's victims. Wednesday now understands that the killer lives in this place. She is for a moment excited to see those body parts because she can collect them as evidence, but they are chased out before swiping any hard evidence. The gang regroups outside and Xavier turns up for added support. They end the night at Tyler's place, where Wednesday sees to his fresh wounds. Xavier is still with them. Wednesday again doubts Xavier, saying she thinks he is the monster. He got there quickly, and that explains a lot. It could mean that he was already there, and that is the only way to get there so quickly. Unfortunately, the sheriff bursts in and catches them all defying curfew that has been put on the Nevermore students. The sheriff right away blames Wednesday for everything and goes on to say that she is the reason his son is injured. Tyler, however, tells the man that he is okay. Wednesday says that she understands that sheriff is upset, but he really needs to see something. The next thing we see, she is in the mansion with the sheriff, but everything has been taken out of there. It is all clean. She says that she saw everything there, the Cadillac, the body parts, and the refreshed roses too. He says that she is imagining everything and goes on to scold her, telling her that she is forbidden to see Tyler and she is also forbidden to do anything related to this case. She returns to Nevermore, where Weems is waiting for her. Wednesday acknowledges her wrongdoings but refuses to apologize. The principal has many reasons to expel her, although Wednesday has one reason not to be expelled. She believes she has been sent to protect Nevermore, showing the principal the drawing that prophesizes a showdown between her and Crackstone. She makes it clear that she isn't meant to save this school. She also tries to save Enid and Xavier from expulsion. When she makes her way back to her room, she finds Enid packing her bag. She asks her where she is going, and the girl tells her that she is going to Yoko's room, as Thornhill has told her that she can crash there for a few days. Enid states that she has tried to be friends with Wednesday and help her settle in at Nevermore, but this night has been the final straw. The girl goes on to say that Wednesday is just selfish and she could use anyone for her obsession, but she does not care about anyone else's feelings or sentiments. She says that they could have died out there because of her obsession tonight. She is left all on her lonesome, just as Goody predicted. Wednesday then takes out a ballerina music box that she stole from the mansion, which belonged to Laurel Gates, Garrett's sister. Inside the box are photographs suggesting that someone is stalking Wednesday. We then go on to hear Wednesday saying that the Garrett family, Joseph, the monster, the mansion, and Crackstone, all of them seem to be connected like a spider web. On the other hand, the mayor is seen in a coma at the hospital, and a mysterious figure pulls the plug on the man, subsequently killing him, as we hear Wednesday saying the mayor got really close to the truth, but he has been silenced. The episode ends with Wednesday typing that whoever is watching her, she is going to find them. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and click the bell icon to get more recap videos of Wednesday.